Stagnation stirs the sea into movement, returning oxygen to it and reviving life from the surface to the bottom. Ecology today is a science about which much is said, but too little done. The National Institute of Biology, as the only establishment of its kind in Slovenia, is also concerned with the structure and functioning of continental ecosystems. In their fieldwork, the researchers study how human beings affect the health of the ecological system. How, indeed, they do affect it. What is happening beneath the Earth, there where underground waters intermingle, is of crucial importance for the health of the Earth and hence for that of mankind. Scientists at the Institute receive information about conditions from sounding probes embedded in the Earth at various points in Slovenia. What is happening to the animals? Do they still have enough food? Do they migrate? And if they do move, how are they affected by air pollution, over large settlements, the overall transformation of nature, the impact of hostile influences? How will they survive amongst us, increasingly squeezed into an ever smaller space, particularly those species which are most endangered? For the health of Slovenia, seasonal and mountain lakes are of unique significance. During each season, scientists monitor conditions in these lakes, including during winter, when it's necessary to cut holes in the ice to use the plankton net. Later in the laboratory, using special equipment, they see who is at home. We would all like to have clean rivers, clean lakes, and clean streams. We would like to catch good fish from them. As tourists, we like to swim in clean water and drink pure, healthy water. Nevertheless, at the same time, from all sides, into these clean, biotically rich waters full of tiny living beings, we dump our waste. From sewers and from various factory drainages, we release a mass of toxic substances. Both in fieldwork and in the laboratory, we study the endangered state of the waters. This is also revealed in the blooming of cyanobacteria, which is a consequence of the influx of too large quantities of nutrients. Just as an overfed person cannot be healthy, so overfed water cannot be healthy either. Just as cholesterol constricts the veins of an overweight person, so an excess of nutritive substances constricts the veins of water. And when the vein becomes completely blocked, the water biologically dies. Workers from the Institute lower themselves into reservoirs, into the karst caves, and follow the underground waterways and routes by putting fluorescent dyes and biological tracers into the water. In nature, everything vibrates. Nature is one vast nervous network. The most successful links in nature's chain are insects, which for millions of years, in the greatest of numbers, have settled on water, on land, and in the air. The Department for the Physiology of Invertebrates at the Institute is fundamentally concerned with research into the behavior and communication of insects through various signals, such as vibrational and chemical messages. The research studies are also linked to economically important species and are applied both in agriculture and medicine. Plants make possible life on Earth. Plants give us food and air. They are a source of raw materials and of medicines. We could hardly imagine life today without the potato, for instance. Could the potato vanish from our plates? Inconceivable for the Slovenes, great potato eaters. We understand the resistance of plants to environmental influences by studying the biochemical response of plants to attacks from the environment. The electronic microscope in the laboratory enables us to see what is concealed from the naked eye, to detect what happens in the most minute plant cells. Is the plant still healthy, or has something attacked it? To put it plainly, will we still be eating potatoes from our own home fields? Of course, although we'll have to clean off the pests. The lab equipment enables us to analyze the causes of diseases, in order to aid both the food producers and the Phytosanitary Inspection Service, the plant health controller. Once the scientists discover a disease, they may also discover a treatment for it, which is why such research is important for the pharmaceutical industry. With knowledge and technology, mankind is constantly striving upwards, ever and ever upwards. Yet on that path, we forget where the measures and boundaries lie, until we come to the breaking point. The Department for Genetic Toxicology at the Institute studies the origin of genetic disorders and at the same time seeks new substances, particularly those from natural sources, which not only treat them, but better still prevent the onset of genetic changes which cause them. Nature on its own still just manages to defend itself, which is why we must correct our mistakes, so that the forest, fields and seas, and all that grows in or on them may again be healthy, and our markets may offer food which we will not be afraid to eat.
Nature is constantly changing. The environment is changing, living beings are changing, and therefore so are we. We are growing in order to follow the violent technological development and to diminish the noxious side effect of the irrepressible progress. We strive not only for survival, but also for a higher quality of life. We are looking ahead to the future, a diverse and pleasant future for all.